this is number 20 quadratic formula problem that we're working out here. They told us to solve this by using the quadratic formula. You can't solve it until everything is on the same side together and 0 is on the other side. That's what you need to happen before you can start solving it. So I'm looking at this problem right here and I'm seeing that I've got 6 minus 2t squared on the left. And I know that personally I like to have my squared variable be positive if ever possible. So what I'm really going to do with that is I'm going to move these two items over to the right side. That way it makes my t squared positive and it gets everything on the same side. So I'm moving the 2t squared by adding it. So it will go over, and it's the only t squared, so it'll be a positive 2t squared on the right. On the right, I also have a 9t, and it's the only variable with a t, so I'm going to say plus 9t. Then to move the 6 over, I'm needing to subtract 6 from both sides, so 15 minus 6 would be plus 9. So now everything is together, and 0 is on the other side, and now I can actually use the quadratic formula. So until you have everything together, you can't do anything about it. So now I'm going to figure out what my A, my B, and my C are for quadratic formula. So A is 2, B is 9, C is 9. So now I'm going to plug it into the formula. The formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so I'm plugging into that. So x equals negative 9 plus or minus the square root 9 squared minus 4 times a is 2 times c is 9 all over 2a, which is 2. So I've plugged it in. That's, the next step in there. So I just have to simplify that down, and pretty much that's going to solve it for me. So the first thing I do is I figure out what the discriminant is. Remember that the discriminant is everything under the radical here. So I'm going to simplify that. I'm going to use my calculator. Be sure that you're using parentheses, or it might give you wrong value, especially if A is, or if B is negative. You want to be real careful. So 9 squared minus 4 times 2 times 9 is 9. So this ends up being negative 9 plus or minus square root of 9 over 2 times 2 is 4. So I found the discriminant. The discriminant is 9. Since it's a positive number, I know that I'm going to have 2 real answers. Square root of 9 is 3. So this one is actually a very nice, clean answer that we're going to have. So we have negative 9 plus or minus the square root of 9 is 3 over 4. So I just have to simplify this. It's going to give me 2 answers. So one of my answers is going to be negative 9 plus 3 over 4. And I'm going to clean that up. So negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6 over 4. And that reduces to negative 3 halves. There's one of my answers. I'm going to circle that. And then my other answer is going to be negative 9 minus 3 over 4. And negative 9 minus 3 is negative 12 over 4, which gives me negative 3. So that's how I get my 2 answers. And there's many ways they could write these. Remember that these are points on a graph, so they can write them as points. These are my x values. They could also do a solution set, which is very likely on our test, where they put it like that, where it sort of looks like our domain and range set notation. So that's a solution set. And they can also just list it, x equals negative 3 halves and negative 3. So any of those ways you might see it written. And that is quadratic formula. So